All right. All right. So, as you may know, it is January, which means that some Regents exams are coming up. Some of you have midterms, some of you have finals, some of you have Regents coming up. So, we're going to start looking at some problems. And this is from the Algebra 1 Regents. So, if you're in 8th grade, 9th grade, around there, you're probably taking this exam. We'll work through these three questions. And if you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section below. And let's get started. So, first, the sum of x plus 7 squared and x minus 3 squared is blank. Now, most of you are probably familiar with the FOIL method. However, I want to show you another trick that I like to use in order to solve problems like this. When we have x plus 7, what we can do is kind of make this square method, right? X plus 7, x plus 7. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply across. So first, let's do x times x, that's equal to x squared. Then let's do x times 7, which is equal to, you guessed it, 7x. Then we can do 7 times x, which is equal to 7x. And last but not least, let's end it off by doing 7 times 7, which is equal to, you guessed it, 49. So we just add all these together, and we have x squared plus 14x plus 49. And that is what x plus 7 squared is equal to. So that's just another fun and fast way to do it. I like to do it just because it's just fun to do, you know? Math is fun. So let's do the same with x minus 3 squared. And it doesn't have to be squared. Let's say if it was x plus 7, x minus 3, we can still use this technique. So we have x times x, that is x squared. We have x times negative 3, that's negative 3x. We have negative 3 times x, it's negative 3x. And we have negative 3 times negative 3, which is equal to 9. So we have x squared minus 6x, because negative 3x plus negative 3x is equal to negative 6x, then plus 9. Now the problem asks for the sum of the numbers. So what I'm doing is I'm adding this over here to this. And if I just add them directly by combining like terms, we get 2x squared. We have positive 14x and negative 6x. That's positive 8x. And then 49 plus 9 is equal to 58. So the choice that has 2x squared plus 8x plus 58 is equal to choice 3. Cool. Next question. The product of 2 rad 10 and 3 rad 2 is equal to what? So remember, when we multiply with numbers that have the radicals, we can do this very easily. We can do first the whole numbers, so 2 times 3, and then go to the radicals. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6. And rad 10 times rad 2 is equal to rad 20. Now, pause. There is no answer choice here that is equal to 6 rad 20. We have 5 rad 20, but just because it looks similar doesn't mean we're going to choose that as our answer. What we can do instead is we're going to simplify rad 20 because that we can simplify. So rad 20, we know the factors of 10 or 20 are 10 and 2. Factors of 10 are 5 and 2. And because this 2 appears twice, we can factor that out. So the 2 will now move outside the radical, and all we have left inside is rad 5. So what we really have is 2 rad 5 is equal to rad 20. And we have 6 rad 20. So we're doing 6 times 2 rad 5. And that's equal to 12 rad 5. And just like that, we have an exact answer. And that's choice 1. What I did here is basically I wrote out the factors, and then I found which factors appear twice, which factors have a pair. Because when we have 5 times 2 times 2, it's the same thing as saying 5 times 4. And 4 does have even square roots. So we can actually simplify that further. But that's a topic for another video. And last but not least, we're kind of covering the problem over here, but it's fine. When 6x to the third minus 2x plus 8 is subtracted from 5x to the third plus 3x minus 4, the result is. And what I want you to make sure is that you don't get confused by the wording of the problem. we are subtracting this from this. So when we write it out, it should look something like this. Now this, what I wrote over here, actually has a problem, and I will get to it in 1 second. But remember, when we're saying that something is being subtracted from something else, we're saying that's something else minus the first thing we mentioned. Hopefully that makes sense. So now here, what you want to make sure is you have parentheses, because we aren't just subtracting the 6x to the third. We're subtracting this whole thing, and so we have to have a parentheses. And now we're just going to simplify like any other equation. So here, this would turn into 6x to the third plus 2x, because a negative and a negative turns into a positive. A negative and a positive equals a negative. And what we are doing is we will be combining these now together to make it equal to negative x to the third. We have x, 3x, and 2x. It's 5x. And we have negative 4 and negative 8, which is negative 12. Now, let's go through our choices. Choice 1, x to the third. No, that's wrong. This is also wrong because it looks nothing like it. 4, and we're left with choice 3, which is exactly what we got. Alright, so these are the first 3 Algebra 1 questions that we'll be going over on this channel. If you have any other questions you want me to answer or help you with, please let me know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, have a great day, y'all.